What it do, boxing fans? 420 Boxing Network, where we bring you unbiased content. Let's get right into this video. So, I'm scrolling down Instagram, and I've noticed after Jermall Charlo's one-sided victory over Montiel Saturday, that David Benevidez has something to say on Instagram. And he says, "I will knock this dude out, I promise," end quote. Talking about Jermall Charlo. Now, I have no problem with him saying this after his fight. If you have intentions on fighting him, I have no problem with you saying that if you have intentions on proving what you're saying. And seeing how this guy is at 160 and you're at 168, you're talking to a guy that's a weight class below you. I'm assuming you're willing to go down to his weight. If not, there shouldn't have been no comment made. But I want to talk about that fight, that potential fight between those two, because I think Benevidez was a prisoner of the moment, like a lot of the fans are when it's coming to Charlo. I think they're looking at his performance with Montiel and making assumptions on his fight with David Benevidez. When I try to tell the fans that a lot of the times the fights, you have to look at them on a camp by camp basis. You know what I mean? Once a guy is already proven, or once a guy already showed you his style, what he's capable of doing, what he's not capable of doing, then it just comes to how good is his camp. You know what I mean? And I want to say that I feel like a lot of people is prisoners of the moment. Montiel and Benevidez fights nothing alike. Not in the slightest bit. So I don't know how you can look at that fight and then make an assumption on the Benevidez versus Charlo fight, when those are two different fights. They will not be similar at all. And I can promise you this. But I want to break down Benevidez versus Charlo, because I know a lot of fans is picking Benevidez to beat Charlo, but I want to say not so fast, guys. This is why I'm here. This is what I do. This is this is my expertise in breaking down the styles of these fighters. And let me tell you something. Charlo got a very great chance of beating Benevidez. Now, I'm not saying that Benevidez can't beat Charlo, but I feel like Charlo has a better chance of beating Benevidez than Benevidez has of beating him. And let me tell you why. If you look at Charlo, of course he's a power puncher. He's an aggressive fighter. You know, come forward type of style. But he goes to the head and the body. You know what I mean? If you look at Benevidez, Benevidez is very slow-footed. I mean, very slow-footed and flat-footed. You see what I'm saying? The style that will give Charlo problems is a slick boxing style. A guy who's on his toes moving. Okay, that's the style that's going to give Charlo problems. Not the style of Benevidez. Charlo wouldn't have to look for Benevidez. Benevidez will be right there. Matter of fact, Benevidez will be coming towards him and he will be coming towards Benevidez. So they're going to do this. So once they do this, what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Charlo will be going to the body and the head. If you look at Benevidez, he's a tall fighter and he has a long torso and he's susceptible to body shots. If you go look at his fight with Jermall Love, I think Jermall Love probably landed 2 punches that whole fight. But those 2 punches were body punches. If you go look at his fight with Darrell, Anthony Dirrell. The times that Dirrell had success was when he was going to the body. Also, he was having success when he was pushing Benevidez back. Because Benevidez's feet is so slow, he can be pushed back. You see what I'm saying? Charlo will be able to push him back. As long as Charlo coming forward, he will have action against Benevidez. You see what I'm saying? There's ways that he can win. It's like, I look at it like this. They're both flawed fighters, right? But I feel like Benevidez's flaws is what Charlo does well. Charlo flaws is not what Benevidez does well. Benevidez is not a guy who's going to box circles around you. He's not a guy who's going to get on his toes and move around a ring and present difficult angles. Benevidez is not going to do that. So that's what Charlo wants. So he's going to fight the fight that Charlo wants. Also, but then, you're right. Yeah, Charlo's also going to be fighting a fight that Benevidez wants. But I feel like the body punches is going to be the difference in the fight. Why? Because if Charlo goes to the body, he can slow Benevidez down. Benevidez has fast hands for his size. Very fast hands for his size. But if he's getting hit with body punches, you know what I mean? If Charlo is putting water in that basement, as we say, when it comes to the 8th, 9th, 10th round, Benevidez's punch is not going to be as fast as they was in the first round. And that's where Charlo's going to have the advantage. I feel like Charlo, as he showed in his last fight, he can fight that. He can fight that way for 12 rounds. There was a point in the fight, the 12th round, in the Charlo versus Montiel fight, where his trainer told him to go out here and box the round. Charlo went out and fought the round. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't a smart move, but it did show that he still has energy. He's not winded. He can still fight. Benevidez is he's going to be winded by the end of the fight. Because Charlo has the conditioning factor. Charlo is more disciplined outside the ring than Benevidez. Those are the things that matter in fights. You see what I'm saying? So I actually favor Charlo in this fight. If they were to ever fight, I would actually favor Charlo. And then let me talk about weight. Let me talk about weight because, like I said earlier, if Benevidez is mentioning Charlo's name after Charlo fights, insinuating that he will fight him, I will assume he would do it at 60. You know damn well Benevidez is not making no damn 60. If he does, he's going to be dehydrated. He missed weight at 68. He lost his belt missing weight. So how can you make 60? So you're definitely going to lose at 60. And then let's talk about 68. He feel like he has an advantage. I'm sure he feel like he has an advantage at 68. He feel like he'll be the more powerful puncher. He feel like he's the bigger fighter. But I say, hold on, not so fast. We make assumptions so easily. I feel like Charlo will be a stronger fighter at 68. I do. I feel like Jermall he's kind of low-key struggling to make 60. I feel like after he clean that up, he'll be at 68. And he'll be a stronger fighter. I feel like if he would have fought Montiel at 68, he would have got Montiel out of there. I'm not saying he was dehydrated. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he would be more powerful. Not conditioning-wise. I'm talking about power. Pardon me. He would be more powerful at 68. So I don't feel like Benevidez can beat him at 68 or 60. And that's my honest opinion because the style matchup. I just feel like Benevidez keeps his hands down. He's susceptible to left hooks too. That's Charlo's best punch, his left hook. Benevidez is susceptible to left hooks because he keep his hands down. Benevidez keep his hands at his waist, damn near. Yeah, slow feet. He's a flawed fighter, and I like Benevidez because he's entertaining. A guy with power, with fast hands, a come forward fighter. He's very entertaining. But there's styles that can beat that. Benevidez is not the most versatile guy. You know what I mean? And he's not disciplined in the ring. That's the number one reason I can't pick him. He's not disciplined. He lost his belt on the scales. Come on, man. You work hard as a boxer, your dream is to become a champion. You don't want to lose it on the scales. If you lose your belt, you want to lose it in the ring fighting hard. You don't want to lose it that way. So, of course, I'm going to pick the more disciplined guy. I don't feel like Benevidez can go 12 rounds comfortably with fighting at that pace, taking the punches that Jermall throws, the body punches. You think he can take body punches for 12 rounds, Benevidez, and still be standing? I don't believe so. So if Charlo go in there and now Benevidez does have the jab advantage. He has a way better jab than Charlo to me. So that's why I say if Benevidez get the jab working, he got action too. But I feel like he's a front runner. If Charlo can get past the first 5 rounds, because Benevidez gonna come straight at him. Because Benevidez don't want to go 12. He's trying to get you out of there. So if you can just stay patient for the first 4 rounds and just go to the body, that's it. Just touch him here, touch him there. Don't go all out. Then after that, go all out. And then, if you do that, he got action. I'm picking Jermall in that fight. I'm telling you guys, I'm picking Jermall in that fight. He's disciplined inside and outside of the ring. Benevidez is not. He's not disciplined outside the ring. You know what I mean? It's a physical battle in there too. It's a physical battle. Also, I want to point out that I don't know how well Benevidez fight is going backwards. So if Charlo can come in there, come in behind a jab, go to the body, boom, wrap him up, turn out of there. Instead, it's going to be a long night for Benevidez. If he can smother Benevidez's offense, get off first, smother his offense, it's going to be a long night. It is. So don't go off this last fight and think that's how Benevidez fight. No, don't judge fights like that. Look at the styles and then judge it. Otherwise, you're going to be giving me some biasness, some emotional biasness too. So I don't want to hear it. So I just did the breakdown. I told you what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Y'all holla at me. Like, comment, subscribe, man. It's 420 Boxing Network. I'm out.